Top 5 ways to relocate to the UK legally. I have gotten a lot of messages from people asking me about how they can move to the UK from different countries, from Africa, from Asia, and other countries as well. So I'm making this video to enlighten you on the top 5 ways to legally move to the UK. Number 1 is via the professional pathway or route. So this professional pathway is for people who work in high-skilled sectors like nurses and doctors. So if you are a nurse or a doctor, you can easily move to the UK by simply doing these things. Number 1 is that take the English test, either IELTS or OET. When you pass the English test, when you get the required cutoff mark in English test, then you will qualify to take your professional exam. For nurses, you can take your nursing council exam, and for doctors, you take the medical council exam. Once you pass this exam, you apply for a job. If you get the job, they will give you a certificate of sponsorship that gives you a license of freedom to move to the UK in a legal way and get a proper job. Number 2 is via the student route or pathway. So if you intend to study in the UK, either the BSc or Masters or PhD, you can simply move to the UK. What do you need to do? You don't need to employ or use any agent in this pathway. Simply go online, go on Google, search for the universities who offer the course you take or the course you intend to take. If you find the university who offer that course, apply for that course by yourself. You don't need to use an agent. Once you have a phone and an internet connection, you will be able to apply for these schools or these courses on your own. When you apply for these courses or this admission, if you get the admission, they will tell you the documents or the requirements they need from you to get you on board. Once you get this done, they will tell you what next you need to do. The downside of this route is that it is very expensive because you will need to pay at least half of the tuition fees, and you also need to prove that you'll be able to sponsor yourself through the school. By that, you need a proof of fund, and the proof of fund can be in the range of 15 to 20,000 pounds. It depends on the school. So it is quite an expensive pathway, but if you're able to follow all these protocols, all these rules, my dear, you can actually move to the UK. Number 3 is the healthcare assistant route or the care job route. In this pathway or this route, you can simply do it by yourself without employing any agent. Simply go online, check Indeed jobs or check Total jobs or check Track jobs. You will see a lot of jobs, healthcare assistant jobs. Apply for as many as possible. If you are lucky, you could get a job through this route. And also, if you get a job and they are able to offer you a certificate of sponsorship, then once you get this COS, you'll be able to move to the UK easily. Number 4 is through the visiting visa route or pathway. But the issue with this is that it is quite a difficult pathway because you need to show a strong reason why you are visiting or coming to the UK. For example, graduation or wedding, or a stronger or a more tangible reason why you want to come to the UK. And the downside with this also is that you need to show a strong ties in your country, that indeed when you come to the UK, you also go back to your country. You have to show a strong tie, like big asset or like an investment. And also, it requires you to prove or to show a proof of fund that indeed you'll be able to sponsor yourself to the UK and take good care of yourself while in the UK without bothering anybody or without being stranded. And they might require a proof of fund in the range of 10,000. It depends. Okay, so it is quite an expensive and a tricky way to move to the UK. It is very difficult. The last route or the 5th route I want to discuss here is through the dependent visa pathway. If, for example, let's say a resident in the UK, or let's say a citizen who resides in the UK legally wants to marry you, or let's say marries you, for example, once they marry you, you automatically become a dependent of the person. And with proper documentation of marriage, he or she will be able to take you